Hey everybody,
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title! Hey everybody, we are back. It is the finale of Arcane! Season 1, Episode 9, I believe. The Monster You Created. Last on, gentlemen.
We got Vi trying to convince the council to help out, and they said nah, except for Jace, who wants all the smoke. He's got his big hammer at battle axe. Vi has her own gauntlets, just like Vander. Our girl Jinx is shot up with the purple energy,
Goop.
and now she is kidnapping, attacking, killing. What's her?
Sorry.
Killing. What's her face? I don't know. What's her name again? Caitlin.
Oh, snap. Yeah, the monkey appeared on the window.
Yes.
Or mirror.
Also, we got a big old flashback on my bae, Mel.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Her
her
mother's
warrior.
in town.
Her warrior mother.
Mm-hmm.
She is around to fix everything, I guess. So,
Quotes on that.
Guys, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, check out the Patreon. We had an Arcane tier. It might transform into something else for now. We don't even know. It might just take a dirt nap. Pow! But we have other tiers for you to check out. 1 week in advance, Discord, and a sponsor tier if you enjoy our content that much. So, check out Netflix. We're gonna punch it. Bah!
Yeah, I didn't think I'd like the show this much.
I did not.
I might watch this when we're done.
Surprisingly, it feels good to be corrected. Proved wrong.
oh jeez, what the heck?
God, that was so real.
He didn't have a choice.
Yeah, and this is what happened.
He knew what he was signing up for.
That kid did?
We're done here.
He's a kid.
We haven't even scratched the
What do you
surface.
know?
Silco's still out there.
Do you not understand? I am part of this now.
You've always been a part of this. You just never had to look it in the eye. One dead kid? There's hundreds more where he came from, thanks to Silco and thanks to people like you who stuck their heads in the dirt.
This is over.
Spit
Not
facts.
for me.
Oh boy.
Take those off.
We got to shoot it out. Oh, come on.
You want to put the hammer down?
Make me.
Oh! We're not.
Come on.
Can we get a calm down, everybody? Chill out. Yeah, also, he stands no chance. I mean, like...
Also, I didn't know how you spell her name, Vi. It's right there on her face.
VI.
Oh, yeah,
VI.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good call. Thought it was just Roman numerals.
That's what I thought it was too.
You hadn't done anything about that piece of shit that murdered my boy. Let me guess.
Oh, it's this
Oh.
one.
Take care of it.
At least we have the solace of knowing he died fighting for our cause, instead of some petty person,
Oh, this guy's scheming, man.
as so often occurs here.
I wonder if she's second guessing now, too.
Definitely
it
is because of him.
Like I said, I fear Silco's days are running short.
Her eyes were awesome.
Oh, this is Victor. He absorbed the girl.
Yeah. Was that last episode or the one prior?
This is last episode.
Dang.
So it's just his hand that transformed.
Is he gonna see a love note?
Yeah.
I can't read that. Scribble.
Victor,
Oh.
I know this will probably never see the light of day. But watching how you work so tirelessly to make the world a better place, well, I couldn't forgive myself if I
I
didn't
feel
try.
a little bad because I didn't know that this girl existed
Everyone's
until
gotta
she
do their part,
died.
right?
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, she was in like
There was an episode before that where she kind of.
I know. I just...
She was definitely gonna
It took
say
until the editing process. I didn't know that she was really there. So I feel a little bad.
Oh, is his leg heavy?
Yeah, I want to see what's up with this thing. Because this thing, look at that. It's all brand new. It's got gold on it.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, bro.
kill it. Die!
It's gonna talk to him.
No, it's like
It's looking
it's
at
like
him.
freaking out.
Dodge it.
It's like, don't you hit me? You created me, Father.
He looks like Anakin.
Kind of like really malnourished
Frail.
Anakin.
A frail Anakin. Whoa. Oh.
Is it in control?
It's looking for a host.
Or it's almost controlling him.
Uh-oh.
Now, would you like
Yep. Oh,
leave?
sorry, fuckboy.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Cuisine.
Oh,
My apologies.
Stay away from Jace.
You really are fond of him.
Better yet, march back to your ship and get the hell out of my city.
Look at the size of that shrimp.
Think of yourself. I taught you better.
The seafood hits different in this show.
it does.
The size of everything is exaggerated like Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
You're in
thought
trouble
of it
now.
does.
The man who killed your brother doesn't believe the score is settled. If there is a chance Hextech can be weaponized, we must have it.
I can't believe you'd start a war just to cover your ass.
I would set the world ablaze to protect our family.
Damn.
What
Damn.
voice
I
actress is
stopped
that?
being part of this family the moment you cast me out. Why did you do it?
Because you weakened me. I couldn't endure the look in your eyes whenever I made the decisions, the necessary decisions to keep us safe.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
We need that weapon, Mel.
She is
Let the
all
war
woman.
unfold.
Oh, her ashes.
Damn, dude. So, we're just gonna pour her in the sewer. Whoa.
God, he's still not getting better.
Yeah, because this thing's a poison to him. It's not healing.
Oh, man.
Is
Is
he
he
gonna-
Chase now?
Oh, stop.
But Jace will show up and stop him.
Am I interrupting?
Oh, let's go, Sam.
It's about time.
They're both hiding their secrets from each other.
You have to destroy it. I know. The hex core.
What?
What about your disease? Without the hex core.
I don't think it does nothing.
Ugh. Good job, Vic.
Okay.
Making the right call.
Yeah.
I promise. We lost ourselves. Lost our dream. In the pursuit of great, we failed to do good.
Damn. That's a great
We
quote.
have to make it right.
I'm busy.
Shit. Shit.
Mutiny.
Oh!
Yep. There's a cross.
Always 2 steps ahead. But time's lapped you, old man.
Damn.
You're getting old.
You're too young to remember what the Undercity was before it became an enterprise. We're nothing. You know what bore us through those times? Loyalty. Brothers and sisters back to back against whatever.
No!
Dude.
Now I'm forced to here with parasites like you, who leech off their legacies.
Today is the day you die, Silco.
That's a risk
Jinx.
I've known all my life.
No. Jinx has to
But I
be
still
somewhere.
believe in loyalty.
King will backstab. She just cut both their heads off?
Yeah.
Alright, just
Or
take-
him.
Oh my god, there's jaw on his neck.
He was kind of cool too, though. Dang. Okay. Frank. Did not see that coming.
I would have had your son killed for this, though I suppose we're ahead on that account.
Oh my god. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Were you tempted?
Not for a worm like him. But he won't be the last.
Yeah. temptation can still come. You gotta keep it up, Silco. She was close.
She definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
And also, his control is not that great right now.
Wait a minute. That's what Mel got, that symbol.
Telling you, dude.
No. Her symbol was the one that looked like her mom's.
You sure?
Yeah. I know, it was like a diamond, like this.
Okay.
It wasn't a hammer.
So, new symbol?
I don't know.
Oh,
What?
Who is that?
it's Jace.
Oh,
It's
it
his
is?
symbol!
Oh, it's his symbol. What the fuck?
I was reminded recently of what brought us together in the first place. The threats beyond our walls.
This city has a short memory.
Freedom.
Progress.
Far be it from me to stand in the way.
Free trade routes. Blanket amnesty. Unrestricted access to the Hexgate sovereignty.
But the big display followed by a request for parley. You're tipping your hand.
Yeah. He's showing you he isn't willing to go farther than
I am
that.
afraid. Your people wouldn't stand a chance. Council couldn't care less. I'm trying to save you from annihilation.
Dang.
He's on your side, low key.
Well, not the fresh-faced Academy pledge, are you? You want peace. This is the price.
Damn.
You'll discontinue the production of Shimmer.
Half there already.
Return
Oh.
the gemstone.
Wow.
And I need Jinx. She has to pay for what she's done.
They weren't her crimes. She was working for me.
Believe me, if I had it my way, it'd be you running in Stillwater. But we can't make a deal with a snake and cut off its head. We both have our shitty parts to play.
Dude, this
Give me Jinx, and I'll
So
give you the
good.
nation of Zon.
Damn.
This episode.
Give me
Yeah.
Jace around and I'll give you the nation of Zon.
Wow.
What?
That's a hard choice. I don't know if he's gonna do it. Silco still might go out today because of this choice. Huh.
Dude, this show's so good.
It is.
I want to know how Jinx is doing. Oh, Yoda. How's it going?
Hermandanger.
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 You say all this came about in your own brief lifespan? How were you able to accomplish so much so quickly?
Radiation.
What you can pull off when your life depends on it. It's not enough to give people what they need to survive. You have to give them what they need to live.
Yeah, that's awesome.
1,000 times I've imagined this moment. Never like this. All we ever wanted.
Is that Van?
Oh,
Yeah,
it all
Van.
makes sense now, brother.
We're homie.
Is there anything so undoing as a daughter?
Bro, she unhinged, man.
Oh god.
What is that?
I think it's Jinx. Yeah.
Why are they not showing Person? No, it's Vi.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's a beat up anthem. Let's go.
Oh, it is Vi. Oh shit.
They all know exactly who this girl is. Bah!
Everyone out.
Round two?
Yeah, put down your little kunai and get the fuck out of here.
Oh, let's
she's
go.
getting juiced
It's time to put the beats down on her. Let's go.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, this is
Whoa.
so good.
Oh.
Oh!
Take a drink.
halftime report. She's sitting down.
Boom! Yes!
Oh, she just took it. Oh boy.
Oh! God. Whoa! Dude, get away from that thing! Whoa!
Shit. Oh, it hit her shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Oh, is that through her hand?
Yeah! It had to have been.
Oh my god.
Gotta lose that glove.
Dude, she is leaking.
You're out.
Jake's gonna come in here and shoot her up or something.
Your guard needs work. I wish I could say it gets easier, kiddo, but I'd be lying. What I can say is, she still needs you.
Yeah.
They all do. So what do you say?
Well, now it's equal
Overdrive.
Oh!
Oh,
That was awesome.
Cool.
Oh, dude, it's like some Attack of the Clones shit.
yeah, exactly.
Roll.
Rotation.
That's so cool, man.
Did she spawn that shield, the glove?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Gate.
She just ripped off her arm.
Just ripped off her arm. Oh my god.
There goes the. Come on, you ruined the cassette of steampunk land.
That was so awesome.
Gosh, I feel like there's so much that has to happen when we don't have a long episode today. We've barely seen Jinx. Man, I don't want to wait for season 2. Frick, man.
Come on, Vi. You gotta go find your sister. And hopefully she didn't kill Kate.
Whoa! Oh my god! Wow, perfect timing, bro.
There you go.
Wow, that was a sketch.
My
Blood
recent unsanctioned activities in the underground have shown me two things. I'm not fit to govern the people who live there. And neither are you. They're right not to trust us.
Yeah.
You're walking a fine line, Chase.
With respect, I don't give a shit what any of you think of me.
Exactly. Fuck you.
Fuck all y'all.
Who gives a fuck?
They go.
Chair.
You were right.
He cursed at me.
Jace has brokered a peace with Silco in exchange for the Undercity's independence.
Nonsense.
That's smart. Oh, uh-oh.
Is he about to be... Are they all about to start screaming now?
I'm so upset!
Or it can't be richer.
With the documents.
I just want to be so rich and powerful. But why not?
This is Jinx.
Want to play a game?
No, seriously.
Nothing ever stays dead.
Are we alone?
So creepy.
For now. Maybe forever.
Whoa,
What is
where
this?
are we? Is this the lab?
Silco thinks he made Jinx.
Well, maybe not.
With all his rants and his hard-won
You
lessons.
made Jinx.
But he didn't make Jinx. You did.
Yep.
I always heard you. Shadows in the streets. Prickles on the back of my neck.
Oh my god.
You're the reason I'm still alive. I spent so many nights in that shitty prison on that freezing floor, hungry, bloody, counting the hours.
Yeah, it's not like Vi could return to you.
The only thing that kept me going was the thought of getting back to you.
Damn.
Purple eyes.
Are we still sisters? Nothing is ever going to change that.
What's she gonna do to her?
Whoa. Oh boy.
He took everything from us. Right here, he stabbed Vander in the back.
Oh my
Just like he planned to with me. We're missing someone.
Who are we missing?
Isn't it Kate girl?
Oh no, no. Oh no, no, no. No!
There's no way.
No shot!
There's no way, right?
Her head or something?
No way. No.
I paid your girlfriend a visit this morning.
Oh, dude, stop.
What did you do?
No.
I made her a snack.
There's no way.
Sheesh, I'm not that crazy.
No, dude. What is happening?
Freaking nature. Yeah, well, she's here. So that's
Leave
still
her out of
good.
this.
Make her go away. Please. Send her on her way and
Oh my gosh, so it's like kill your lover or kill any chance at peace we have.
I can't. We'll put this behind us. You'll never have to see him again, Powder.
Don't let him.
What do you have to say about that?
Don't let him take it off.
Her name is Jinx. You'll be with her a day before she realizes you aren't that girl anymore and turns her back on you.
You wouldn't lie to me. Not again.
I'm not lying. I'm on your side. I promise.
Gosh, I don't like this.
She's too unhinged to be holding a gun. I don't like this, man.
Shut up!
They can all burn. Everyone betrays us, Jinx. Vander. Her. They will never understand. It's only us.
Dude, he's playing like the most awful, toxic mind games.
I'll never forsake you.
Drop the gun!
She's gone.
Yeah. Where'd that come from? Is that Jinx?
Jinx can probably take bullets, FYI, because she's got all that stuff pumped up into her. So even if Matilda / Kate shoots, I don't think it'll matter.
Drop the gun.
Both of you just stop, man.
Wait! She's my sister.
Put it down. Bro, you're making this situation so much worse right now.
I don't trust those eyes.
Honestly, of all the people, I think Jinx is the one that needs to...
Whoa!
Wake up! Remember who you are, no? You remember? Take your child! Stop it! Don't do this, sister!
Oh, man.
Oh!
Shit.
Oh! What happened? What happened?
Did he just try and shoot her?
Not Jinx. Why?
Who's dead?
That's him.
Yeah, it is.
That's
No!
definitely him.
Silco?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there goes Peace.
No! Wait, but he fired.
Who got
Yeah,
shot?
he
Shot her
He
shoulder.
missed.
Well, okay. I know he's a bad guy, but he was so fun to
He was
watch,
so
man.
cool.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
He's dead. He's gone.
I never would have given you to them.
Well, I guess Peace didn't exist then. Never mind.
Don't cry. You're perfect.
It's twisted.
No, take him to the doctor!
No, he's dead.
Juice him up!
He's gone.
He's dead.
He's gone.
Now they're cat.
Is she committing to this?
Think
Shoot.
so.
Shoot the chair. Show that you're... Okay.
Tough.
I thought maybe you could love me like you used to.
even though I'm different.
She always loved you, man. She's made a bad
But
choice.
you changed too. So
I have a bad feeling.
here's to the new us.
You ripped out all my parts.
Oh, what happens with that?
Juiced up.
Most of all,
That's the Gatling gun?
Yeah.
Is Kate dead? No.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's something different.
Oh, I like that shot. I like that one.
She gonna blow up the moon?
This isn't Call of Duty Zombies.
Or the
upper.
the upper. She gonna launch a missile at them.
Whoa!
I think that's what's happening.
No.
Baby shark. Look at her tears are purple.
Are they about to kill? Is she about to kill the council?
Oh, I know this song.
what could have been?
She's quitting.
Oh, are they all? Yeah.
They're all dead.
Holy moly.
Fuck.
Wait, okay, no.
Yeah.
Who's up there?
Our council.
Yeah.
Mel, Jace, Victor are not gonna die.
This is too beautiful for the.
Wait,
Where is it going? Is it the moon?
I'm so lost. Is it not going to the tower?
Kate's mom.
We're gonna just destroy the, like,
Oh no, it's all happiness.
gravity field or something?
Yeah, it's the moon. Where's it? I don't know where to go.
It's going towards their council.
Fuck. Yep. Whoa.
What could have been?
Well, that was cool. Oh, you bastards. You bastards. You bastards.
That's how we end off, bro. I hate this so much.
You bastards.
What?
So apparently it took them 6 years to make this show.
Oh.
Stop. So they announced that when the show came out that they were already working on season 2. It said whoever the people are that make it
2023.
said, so yeah, we are working on Arcane season 2. The good news is you won't have to wait 6 years for it. The time it took us to make season 1. Bad news is it's not coming in 2022.
Okay, wow.
So we have the fuck?
I don't know, they're just showing all the credits in other languages now.
Gotcha.
Right.
So
Frick. Man, that I didn't know it would take so long, but I mean, I can see why.
well, apparently I did see in one of our comments. I think it might have been for the first episode that the first episode was made as like a pilot, like in the beginning, like 5 years or not 5 years. It took them 6 years to make the show, but like in the beginning, this show came out like probably after 2 years, and then it took them that long to find someone to pick it up to like continue making the show. So they've been trying to do this for a long time, which makes sense.
So maybe not the animation part, but like the production of making it happen.
Everything. Like the first episode they made a long time ago, it took them a while to find, I'm sure, like
a studio to take it in.
Yeah, somebody a Netflix to pick it
Right.
up, and then
Okay.
I mean.
Okay, well that might be why they're saying 6 years. Maybe it's not like the animation took that long.
No. I mean, I'm sure the animation took longer because it's pretty. I mean, this is almost like. This doesn't look like Pixar, but it's like that level of animation,
For sure.
like the highest quality. I mean, honestly, this is to me probably the highest quality CGI that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
all around.
Yeah, animation's really beautiful.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, y'all, that was the finale of Arcane Season 1, Episode 9, The Monster You Created.
Yeah.
Once again, another great one. Great conclusion to a first season. A lot of things not left untouched, but left for a lot of space to fill up season 2.
Yeah. There's a whole lot. I mean, do we just want to run through the episode and then we can kind of talk about
The show as a whole.
And how we felt, how do you guys feel about this, like, amongst the rest of the season, like this specific episode?
Well, I feel like the last few have been so good that I might have to give it like a second watch through to be like, here's my like the best. But I do know if I had to give like a top 3 abbreviated right now for you, it'd be like the last few for sure.
Same.
It'd probably be like 7 through 9. I mean, there's been a lot of good episodes, but 7 through 9, ever since Echo showed up and then to this point was just all like really perfect.
Yeah.
You know, usually when like the last episode of a good show is coming out, I have a lot of like high expectations. For some reason, I didn't, and it was a solid episode.
Yeah. Well, I feel like finales too. I feel like that back when I was growing up, finales used to be like the big bang. Like everything was really building up, and then it would hit its climax at the finale. And then I feel like in more recent years, newer shows do like episode 9s is the big one, and then 10s are the conclusion to like cool down and prep you for season 2. While I still feel like that's what we got for this episode, it didn't feel like it fell under from the one prior.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like this is still just on par from the big battle with Vi and Jace against, the Zonites of Silco's men.
Yeah.
Silkites.
The Silkites, yeah, it's a better term. What about you? You said you liked it. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I'm with you. It wasn't a mind-blowing one, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I liked it a lot. I'll say that.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like it.
Crocs. No, you're good. The Crocs.
Making
No,
fun.
honestly, I mean, off rip, this one might have been my favorite one.
Yeah.
Out of the whole season. Just from, I mean, it did feel way faster than the rest of the episodes, and it's only a minute shorter than the previous episode, but like, just like everything from like some of like the scenery shots. I mean, like that last sequence was amazing. The fight sequence with Vi, and I really hate that I don't know her name, but the robot arm, Soko's right hand lady.
It's okay. They just showed Milo's buddy too today, and they mentioned his
Oh,
name,
yeah,
and I was like,
name.
Wagner or Wagger, something like that, and I was like, finally.
Yeah. But like those sequences were like really, really good, and honestly, some of the one-liners in this episode were so like when Victor says to Jace like, "Damn, how did it go exactly?" It was like.
Oh, I know the part.
I know what you're
It's like in the attempt, like we tried to be great, but we weren't even good, or something like that. Like he said it in a lot cooler way than I could, but that was awesome. And then when Jace said to Silco, the whole like, I can't deal with the snake and cut off I can't deal with the snakes and cut off their head. I was like, whew, that is amazing. Like there's just like some good like quotable moments in this episode.
What Silco said about the woman's kid.
Oh, I mean that too.
Was
that we would have. I would have
seemed to be ahead of that already.
Yeah, fuck. Because it was like a perfect response from like the earlier moment with the jaw dude.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I love this episode, and it did enough to like resolve things, but also leave everything on edge of like holy shit, what is happening next?
I think that's the best way to describe it. This episode, I feel like I'm very satisfied with what I got, even though not everything was wrapped up. There's
almost nothing was wrapped up, really.
This is really just the next chapter, and really just a guide to be like, all right, well, here's where the state of things are going to be going into season 2, which is great. I just don't want to wait now. I'm very impatient. I hope there's other shows that can fill in the gap. I mean, we got a lot of shows to run through, but like...
This is a really solid show.
I do want to watch the next one. I do want to watch the next one right now. So let's start at the beginning. I don't remember the first scene.
So Jace and Vi had a standoff where Vi was saying, we have to... this is just the beginning. This is the first factory we took down. We have to take down more. And Jace was like, I can't send a letter to a boy's mother explaining how he died. I can't
Yeah.
do it. It looked like they were about to fight, but Jace was like, "You're alone. You're going alone."
Yeah, and Vi was like, "This is stuff that always happens. Just because you notice it now doesn't mean you get to just
wasn't
walk
ever
away from
happening.
it."
Yeah.
And that didn't ever happen before.
This is the way.
Which I agree with her on that point, though. Her other point, maybe she knew that that was the child of the mother, and so by default he might have the same allegiance. But it's like, you can't just speak for every kid and be like, they're here by choice.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you don't know that. Like, you can't be that heartless.
I mean,
Cause,
every single person in that building was a kid.
But exactly. But
Yeah.
like, how much will does kids have on their
Right.
own to make those choices without like maybe being promised food for their family or something like
that's not a fair
Yeah.
a fair take in the slightest that they were there by choice. But still, at the end of the day, like the only way that this issue seems to be that it seems it's going to be resolved is by spilling blood, which is super unfortunate. But,
Yeah. But they part ways for
Yeah.
the time being.
And then
You
did we
might-
get Victor?
Was
next?
that him
Was it him?
looking at the glasses? Yeah, we might have to check the episode.
Do you want
but-
to mute it so it doesn't?
Oh,
So next was the scene of Silco, the two of his underlings that like run stuff, and then his right hand lady popping in to discuss what happened. The bird. I don't know. She kind of looks like a bird.
Looks like a bird.
Crow.
She had like crow outfit.
The crow lady was like, "My son died because of this. Like, they need to pay all this kind of stuff." And
The seeds of doubt continue in our mind.
yeah, it seems like everybody was kind of like on board with the like, let's get rid of Silco train.
And Silco also kind of came off as like cold, like you carry the body. You feel
figure it
instead
out.
of like maybe take the step and be like, I'll do it for you kind of thing.
Yeah, and everybody's like, where is Jinx in this moment? Where is your...
Why is she not on the front lines?
Yeah. Why are my children dying and your child is
It's fine.
still around and kicking? But yeah, after that we got Victor reminiscing over the girl who died that liked him.
It's also kind of crazy though, that it's like her child, like one of the what you would think is like a higher up figure, also having her child in like the child factory. Like, how did that happen? Like,
I
did
see
she
what
have to
you're saying.
swear like fealty
Right? Why
to him?
is he there?
Is it like your child will die if you don't like follow me, and it's like now that the child's dead, I'm coming to approach you, which does happen like a few scenes later.
I mean, maybe it's also like that. Maybe that's their like family business. Maybe that her group and her family is the one that actually makes it shimmer.
That's like a good like way to convince people to stay in your army too. Is like have your children like kind of work, and then that's like the thread that you're dealing with. Have to work for Silco in exchange. Your children have to like be here under our gun.
Yeah. Next up after that was Mel's mom getting a foot massage, drinking, hanging out. And Mel was basically like, dude, get the hell out of here. Like, you've caused enough problems. Like, why are you even really here?
Leave my boyfriend alone.
She and her mom basically gave her the details of like what she actually wants at this point. So the people that killed her brother, Mel's brother, are gearing up to fight more. It seems like, and so Mama Mel wants weapons from Piltover and wants the Hex Tech gear to make weapons for a war, which the City of Progress does not want. They don't want any war or battle, so that's a problem. And there's also like a crazy moment too with Mel being like, "Why did you like throw me? Like our family isn't my problem anymore. You threw me out. Like, why'd you throw me out?" And she was like, "You made me weak because of like every time I made a decision that I knew I had to make, you would look at me like I was doing something wrong, and I couldn't handle that." That's awful.
Yeah.
Imagine your parent throwing you out just because they think that you make them weak. Like, that's such a warrior like level mindset of like not a family mindset. That's for
just
sure.
Disregard those that can't help you.
Yeah.
And they should mention like the enemy, like you said, the enemy to whatever country they're dealing with. Do you think I know Golden Joel passed away today, so we don't really know his allegiance. But
he did mention Bigger Fish.
Bigger Fish, is that the people that he was thinking as well, or was it Mel's mom?
Could be.
Just another thing to, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be either or. I mean, because...
There are figures that are, like, talked about that have not appeared, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, if they were able to, attain the hex tech weaponry, the ability to do that, they could be... Like, they could make Zahn / Piltover if they took over, like, the weapon distributor of the world and profit immensely off of doing, their whole spiel. Plus, there's, like, the hex gates, too, that, like, they want to be able to push their drugs, all their contraband and whatever they have.
Well, I know I wasn't sure last episode we watched when Golden Jaw made his appearance and started sweet talking robot arm. But before you guys were coming in, the episode from the prior episode was playing on the TV. When his scene completes and he was talking about somebody else they could be joining up with, the follow-up scene happens to be Mel's mom showing up in the town. So I don't know if that's just ironic, situational scenes transferring over, or if that is, like, supposed to be something to read into. Yeah. But, yeah.
So, I mean, it could be all orchestrated by Mel's mom to get, like,
be.
Zahn to be... The Zahn power to really be, like, the controlling power of Piltover so that she could easily, like, swindle the weapons from them.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you guys can have fun pushing your drugs, just keep making weapons for us. And letting us, like, do our thing outside of the world. Or outside of your city to the world.
Was the next scene Victor?
Yeah, Victor again. He was pouring out the ashes of Miss Lover, Glasses Lady.
Yes.
And
on that, though, that shot of the ashes pouring out,
that was cool.
I've officially decided right now, 3D is better when you add 2D after, as opposed to 2D with 3D added on top. So I like Arcane being a 3D show where 2D it makes appearances, like the gas that Jinx throws, far more than watching our anime shows that are 2D with 3D over top it.
Yeah.
By far. Whether it's Demon Slayer, whether it's Arcane, Vinland Saga, I prefer this. I like how it looks more. It blends so much better to me. I don't know why, but, like, I think because it's a 3D space, you feel the world more, so when 2D kind of, like, throws itself at you at the screen, I don't know, it works better, or it feels, you can get the volume out of it, where when you have a 2D palette in, like, one of our anime shows and you have a city that's 2D, and then a 3D projection in front of it, it looks a little disconnected. Like, it almost doesn't belong in the world that's occupying.
Yeah, well, like, I feel like when you do a 3D animation with a 2D anime, like, 3D is the main thing, they add 2D, because it's normally just effects, you know what I mean? Like, when you see 3D stuff, and it has something 2D in it, it's the smoke, it's the ash pouring, it might be the lasers on the magic guns that they're shooting, or, like, the swipe of, when Jinx... No, camera just died. Damn.
Sorry about that, Will.
Oh, hold that up. Alright, so let me try and re-say what I was going to say, because I don't know where it started. But when you do 3D with a 3D show with a 2D, like, effect or something, it's or, like, a 2D, like, added on, it's always, like, effects. Mm-hmm. So it's, like, gas, it's, like, when Vi and the robot arm girl are slashing at each other, like when she was doing, like, the energy slashes, like, that was 2D. It looked like coming out. They weren't, like, CG. It didn't look, at least, like CGI stuff. Or Jinx's freakouts when she had a mental breakdown. Like, it was flashing 2D images, and I think that works because it's something that's, like, in some instances, it's not actively actually happening in the world. You know what I mean? Or even if it is,
it's like out-of-body experiences, like mental interpretations.
But even if it is or isn't, like gas sometimes, like in reality, in real life, most gases or I mean, I can't think of a gas that has a color.
Yeah.
TBH. But so if there is a gas in real life that has color, then I'm wrong. But you can't interpret that to an audience when you're watching something visually unless it actually has a color for it. You know what I mean? So doing a 2D effect with it makes it look cool. And then it's not as jarring because it's like an add-on. But if you have something where it's like two characters, like in a lot of anime shows, and two characters are visibly on the screen at the same time, and one is 2D and one is 3D, it just feels weird because it's like we're not watching the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they're on different planes. Because
Right.
you have that third dimension one. So, I'm with you. I do like it more like this. I do think, though, that some anime shows, at least, definitely do the 2D into 3D very, very well, at least. So, like they do it really well to where it's not as bad. It's just, if it's... I feel like if a 3D show with a 2D add-on is bad, it's not that noticeable, but if you watch a 2D show with a 3D add-on and it's bad, it stands out so much, to the point where I'm almost like, whoa, what am I watching? Like, when they do 2D stuff in this, you don't even think about it. So, anyways, Victor poured out the ashes, and...
That was cool. Like, it actually, like, acted like that was a camera there, and it just landed on the lens. And stayed there for a little bit. I thought that was cool.
And then it transitioned back up to him.
Yeah.
I love when shows do that, where like blood squirts on the camera from like whoever was like here and the camera's here. Yeah. Blood squirts on the screen.
Could you say that's like breaking the fourth wall?
It kind of is.
Low-key is.
Yeah, it kind of is. And depending on the show, sometimes it's acceptable, but like sometimes it like kind of takes you out. It just depends on like what we're watching. It would work here just because half the time we're in like Jinx's mind, and that's already like, well, that's impossible to do, but you know, so
just get one episode where Jinx looks at us and goes, "What do you think?" And he goes back.
Like, I mean, she was,
Deadpool. Yeah. But Victor was on the verge of doing what Jace did in the beginning of the show.
You called it.
Right.
That was a good call. And Jace came up, and I don't know if Jace really realized what he was doing right there, but he did speak up to stop him from doing that. And Victor spoke up. I was like, we lost our way, and you need to destroy the cube, essentially. I don't know exactly what he called it, but he said you need to destroy it. Jace wasn't for it at first. He's like, well, what about your disease? What are you going to do? And he's like, I can't destroy it. He clearly hasn't explained to him what he's been doing to himself.
I need you to do it.
Did we even break that down?
What?
That was...
batteries low.
Oh, whoa, we haven't had that before.
I feel like we skipped over... We started talking about it, but then Sam started talking about something else. I feel like we skipped over Victor almost destroying the hex core, and then it launched at him, at his leg.
Yeah.
And it looks like it... I feel like it's inside him now.
I don't know if it's inside him, but...
It has influence over him.
Yeah, his eyes changed.
I was getting a lot of, like...
His whole shin was glowing.
Like, it's taking over... Yeah, like
It's talking to him.
Like Otto Octavius, where, like, his device starts to take over his mind as opposed to him controlling it. But it's also because it's been receiving a lot of what it's wanted to. It's becoming, like, a living thing, really.
Yeah.
I don't think we know much more than we knew the past few episodes with it and what its intent is, but it's definitely malicious, I feel, or at least it's as dangerous as a creature can be, where at the end of the day it might just feed just like every natural thing.
Yeah.
Just on going what it's done and what it looks like, it looks evil.
But humans can be evil to a fish that we eat, so it just might be the higher up in the food chain.
Yeah, the one thing I'm interested about with it is like trying to think back on season 1. When did it turn? You know what I mean? Because like initially it was just like a thing, and then Victor said he claimed that it was like almost speaking to him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm like, was it always bad, or is something?
It might be like a lure, like something that is attractive. But then it really hit the cherry when his blood spilled into it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, are we talking like a Lord of the Rings Ring of Power type of situation?
You had brought that up before.
That's what I felt.
Or is it like it is just simply being corrupted by human tampering with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's normally just a neutral thing, but because of what we're doing, it's causing it to, like, be... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're trying to toy with it to figure out what it does, how exactly it works, and the more we've influenced it, the more it's, like, turning bad, essentially. Because, you know, it seemed like it was, like... It seemed like it was just kind of, like, existing when he added his blood to it unintentionally, and, you know, and then plants were growing and just dying, like it was, like, a cycle of life type of thing. But now that, like, the purple's in it, it's, like, actively doing things like killing that girl.
Where do we get it from?
What?
Where do we get that thing from?
I was about to ask that, too.
I thought they made it.
Yeah, did they make that hex core?
After the 10-year gap or whatever.
I was like, is a blue stone inside of it?
Yeah,
and
this is them.
The runes are circling around it?
They made this thing.
Okay.
From the...
Oh yeah, Jace had a machine.
Yeah, they made it from the... They were trying to figure out how to stabilize it so they could use it. And then, you know, back in the day, that's when they got to float and made the teleporting. And now they're trying to stabilize even more to use it for whatever, helping people, but like making lasers and shit like that, making movable arms and everything.
Well, if they say hex core, that makes me think this is what's powering the entire city. This thing.
Well, it's not actively doing that. It's not doing anything right now because they're trying to figure out how to get it to work.
Is there multiple of those little blue, like those perfected blue orbs that Jinx had?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of them.
Okay, but this
is the one. Yeah. This is that plus rune mechanism trying to get it to like work.
What the fudge? Then I don't understand.
Why do I feel like...
but even that, but where did the blue things come from to begin with? Like the
Jace
original
already had
stones.
them.
But from...
The mage. Right? Oh.
The mage gave them to him?
We don't know how he got them.
Or he got like a dead one.
Jinx and all them broke into his house.
He already had some.
And Powder... He had several, and Powder stole like 4 of them.
Yeah, but I was the one... maybe I was thinking like...
She dropped 2 of them and his room blew up.
Yeah, but do you think he was able to create more of this, like the substance because the mage gave him that little one that like faded away?
Well, that one's on his wrist and it's like
it's dead.
It's dead.
Yeah,
it's a dead battery.
Frick!
So we don't know. We don't know how he got those things. Like we didn't get any info on like really what
they are
happening. What is happening with that?
Well, whatever he was doing, I'm pretty sure it was illegal.
It was
because he was like, "Where did all this come from?"
Yeah, the little Yoda took it away.
Because magic was illegal.
Victor too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't until Victor saw that, like,
Jace
is onto something.
Yeah. So weird.
That he joined in.
Well, so you talked about Star Wars briefly. I was just looking at that little shot of the two, and you were saying, like, I got a lot of those vibes today where it's like we've failed. We attempted to do good things. I'm talking about Victor and Jace, sorry, people. I got a lot of, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan relation from these two, like, where I guess Victor would be the one who's falling from grace pretty hard in his own way, well, physically, where I think Jace would be more of like
ideologically,
like more like Obi-Wan, like failing his like buddy, but in this exchange, it feels more like they're able to help get like the non-Revenge of the Sith version, where it's like they're able to like kind of lift each other up a bit.
Yeah, although Victor is completely useless in doing anything because that stone has power over him.
Yeah, like the dark side.
I think they're being a little hard on themselves. I think what they've done so far is amazing. They advanced their civilization.
It's true.
Yeah, I think they did, but it's just now it's created all these problems with like Silco and them stealing it, possibly creating like a weapon. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things like nuclear fusion might be a good thing, but also it led to one of the most devastating, or not one of the most devastating weapon in human history. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like the people that were involved in that could very well be like, oh, I'm happy that we made this and we've made advancements and it can lead to, whatever, nuclear power plants running the world, and that's how we operate. But also now people know how to make nuclear weapons, and that also is like one of the most terrible things we've ever done as a civilization. So
next scene is the confrontation with Silco, it looks like. Yeah. Where everybody
ganged up on him seemingly.
And though Silco does meet his fate in this episode, I did think it might have happened in this scene, but I was through for a loop. Because the Golden Jaw was somewhat convincing to a degree, but I guess not enough to our clawed maiden, who struck straight through. Just him. I thought he might have hit the crow, but Crow Lady survived.
Yeah.
And then he goes, was it tempting? And she goes, no.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't believe it, but she was at least honest about, well, there can always be people who will do the argument better that I might follow if it's not this dumbass guy with the golden jaw.
Yeah.
Like, his sentiment might have been correct, but I'm not going to follow him specifically.
Yeah, no, he was cool. I mean, I kind of wish that he
Short-lived.
was around longer, but...
Cyberpunk looking.
Oh my god, yeah. And then Silco got a letter from Jace to make peace.
That was crazy.
So Silco essentially wanted... I don't remember all the stipulations he wanted for their peace, but he wanted independence and being able to use the Hex Tech gates.
Yes.
And then Jace was willing to do that, but wanted them to stop making Shimmer and to hand over Jinx.
Luckily, he did say he was already in the process of giving up the Shimmer. Like, they were trying to deconstruct that, which is pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. So they were moving past the drug part, but they were... He was not willing to give up Jinx. Which...
Freaking knew that was... As soon as they said that, I was like, Silco is still dying this episode. Because something's going to happen where, like, either he takes the bullet for her because they want to kill her, or this... What ended up being is the truth came out about this deal. But this talk was one of the better moments of the episode. Just seeing these two very foundational characters of the show actually meet for a brief moment. Parlay.
We got little baby Yoda, Professor Hermendinger, something. I don't know his name, but he's adorable. He took Echo back to his camp.
Camp Treehouse.
Yeah! And he was super impressed at the progress they made with, like, growing a tree down under and, you know, having, like, a healthy, normal civilization.
Yeah.
And he also brought up, like, how did you do it? And he's like, well, you figure it out when you have to survive. Like, there's not really, like, an option to not succeed. And he asked about, like, why are you guys fly around on the
trash boards?
The trash, like, hoverboards. And he was like, you got to give people something to live for. And, like, they all got excited. You see everybody flying around with the little moths flying everywhere, so...
Love how the place looks.
I feel like he was acting like a grandpa when he was talking about the snowboard thing. He's like, "This is dangerous. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, he was
There's a safer way to get around."
Yeah, he definitely was. But that's cool because it looks like he's going to stick around with them to try and, like, help them, succeed.
Which is fun.
And grow.
And that's nice. It's better than him sitting on the council and just dealing with those pompous fucking morons.
Yeah.
That might all be dead. But
it might all be dead.
Poured one out for Vander.
Yeah, Silco had a talk at Vander's statue, trying to, like, go over, like, man, like, what do I do? Like, they're gonna give me everything, but now I have to give up my daughter for this, essentially, like, our daughter, oddly enough. And he was very conflicted on what exactly to do for it.
He called him brother.
Yeah, he called him brother.
Are they actually brothers, or is it like us where we call each other brothers?
I think it's friendship. Friendship brothers. Because they fought in that war together. I mean, like, they were the leaders of the underworld, and Vander was really, like, the guy.
Yeah.
And
fuck his statue.
Yeah, even after Silco killed him, he has a statue down there.
Yeah.
So.
And
Jinx was
right behind the statue.
Yeah, she heard everything, which that clearly... I don't know why I was surprised that she had kidnapped him, because I just kind of forgot in the moment about this scene, but...
Man, the reason Silco dies today is because he couldn't let her go.
Oh, for sure.
He brought her back right for him to kill him.
Yeah. And then we had Vi facing off with our favorite lady again, which was all... I think the coolest fight of the show so far.
It was pretty good.
It was close. I feel like the Echo Jinx one was also pretty close.
I loved that fight.
But they duked it out. Neither of them were died from it, which worked out pretty well.
I know. I loved the moment
that woman
where...
can't die.
Well, I just love that both of them were just like took a little break. One I think got a drink, and the other one sat down in the chair, and then they continued, which was pretty funny.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, Vi got yoked up by Jinx.
Yeah.
Jinx hit her in the back of the head and kidnapped her.
That moment was crazy, especially when you were like, "Where's Jinx?" Or you said something, and she was right there.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck?" I literally looked away and could barely see out of the corner of my eye her
freaked out.
You guys freaked out.
You had a good face of.
I love that. I think that's when shows are really fun. Is like when the writers know, or it might get lucky sometimes, but when the writers can like know and predict what the audience might feel in a moment.
Yeah.
So when a reaction is elicited, it is accompanied by a quick follow up to quickly answer your exact hopes and dreams, or deliver quick devastation to you.
Yeah. Well, it's always funny too, because like super random, but like over the weekend I watched a couple like reaction compilations that have like us with like other YouTube channels. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Attack on Titan season 1 episode 1, and then he's just like, it's whoever, like normies, and then it's this person, then it's this person, then this person, whatever. So I saw it, and it was just funny because there was one where it was one of the semblance of Sanity guys, and then us, and then someone else, and like we all made like the exact same reaction to the same scene. I forget what show it was exactly, but it was just funny because like something happened and we were like, "Ooh, that sucks," and then like next person, "Ooh, that sucks," next person, "Ooh, that sucks." It just made me laugh. I was like, but it's one of those things where it's like sometimes the show just. I'm sure if we looked up Arcane reactions, there'd probably be people too that are like, "Where the hell's Jinx and all this?" And then boom, it comes up. So good timing, but.
Council meeting.
Jace.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he spilled the beans. Hey, we made a deal with Silco.
We have to give them their independence.
And it just erupted. We got documents thrown, liquor thrown,
chairs.
Naughty Jace.
Yeah. And he even said too, like he was like, "My time on the council is definitely going to be done after this."
Yeah.
But,
was that like the scene that was happening when the missile comes in?
Yeah,
because they all casted their vote to go with Jace.
Yeah, like they.
Okay, then we need to return to that then. So, okay, let's just hold that thought for when we get to the explosion at the end. But I want to ask y'all something.
That was the first one.
Yeah, they all voted.
She took her ring off.
But it definitely came with fights. They were not happy about it first. Yeah, and then the penultimate moment really of the episode was Vi holding Silco and Vi.
Jinx holding Vi.
Jinx holding Vi and Silco and Kate all held captive at the dinner table. She said where Silco stabbed Vander in the back. So I'm guessing that this is...
It's the factory.
The factory?
Because it showed the glass.
Oh, you're right, because it showed the outside. Yeah, that was definitely the factory.
It's basically where Powder became Jinx.
Yep. And basically, Jinx told Vi, you tell me what to do. Do you want me to become Powder? Or am I going to become Jinx? And saying, Silco was going to betray me just like he betrayed Vander. This guy's a rat. Like, he's horrible, but he also raised me and kind of made me who I am today. And then she also said too, actually, he didn't make Jinx. He just kind of supported me. You did. Vi, your decisions made me who I am.
Another one of those cruddy things because Marcus technically stopped her from going back, which I think she was attempting to go back.
Yeah, she started to run out at her.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is what it is. She was also stuck in jail too, but...
And then,
I think Jinx made Jinx.
So, are any of you familiar with the New 52 comics for DC?
Not. You mentioned that.
So, it's a comic where the Joker carves off his face and staples it to his face. He wears it. But he manages to capture the whole Batman family and sits them on a table just like this, and he reveals all their identities.
Oh, wow.
He knows who they all are.
Damn.
It looks exactly like this.
They definitely got inspiration for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I honestly thought Caitlyn was going to be
dead. Yeah. I was... I love how she was like, I'm not that sick. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Yeah,
I
literally
didn't think you were. And also, it was a cupcake, and it had one of the crystals on it.
Yep.
On top of it.
That's the one she took.
Hey there, cupcake.
Yeah.
Look at that!
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional.
I don't know if it was
I mean, it might have been
intentional.
intentional by the show, but I don't know if it was like a Jinx intentional thing.
It's just, honestly, my mind in that moment was like, I feel like either any single one of these three could die or all of them could die. Like, I could see Silco going, because I talked about that last time. I honestly thought Caitlyn was dead before this episode even started. And then I even thought, like, Vi, there might be a chance. Like, I know she's a League of Legends character, but I don't know if it's like, she must survive because Obi-Wan can't die in the TV show because he makes it to episode 6.
I don't think that I think that the game might have relation to the show. We don't know, so in the comments tell us if it's going to be something that could possibly spoil season 2, then don't. But I think this is like its own thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, to my knowledge, League of Legends is like, not like, there might be like a story. Kind of like how Fortnite has a story, but it's like, it's not...
Kind of. Like, it's kind of lore.
It's like lore-ish. But yeah, like, I don't... But it's the game, so I don't think... like it's not like you're playing Skyrim. Like, oh, this is the story of Skyrim.
I just thought it might be wild, like, if Vi actually dies in the first season. I actually think that would have been a huge risk, because I feel like a lot of the fans are here specifically for Jinx and Vi, but I was even like, she might die today.
See, I thought after Jinx kills Silco and she sits in that chair and she has the gun, I thought she was going to take her own life.
That too. Yeah, that could have been.
Just the way she was sitting and just the scenario, I thought she was going to take herself.
And you know what? Even though I like Silco a lot, the fact that after he met his demise, he said, I wouldn't have chosen the piece. It's like, well, then I guess it's good that you're the one who gets to die.
Yeah, because he would have gotten killed regardless. Like if the opportunity of peace was there and Jinx, he wouldn't give up Jinx. I can't imagine the rest of the underworld would have allowed that to happen.
And it's like, I kind of want to know, like, if Jinx wasn't in the equation, she did die the last episode, and he was still offered the same deal, would he have taken it? Like, because Jinx would no longer be a part of the
he for sure would
equation. Because he was just a violent guy. It seemed like he wanted to do things in a violent manner to get what he wanted. So if he was offered peace in exchange for having a reputation and becoming somebody worthy of recognition, would he do it through the peaceful route?
Yeah.
And we will not get to know that.
We'll never know. But yeah, so Kate tries to break free and fight, Jinx. Jinx does some superpower dodge, knock her out. And Silco grabs the gun, tries to shoot Vi, and misses. It just grazes her shoulder, and Jinx kills him.
Yeah.
Jinx kills Silco, so rest in peace. Great villain. Great,
awesome villain.
And then after that, Jinx, what did she even really say to Vi at the end right there?
I don't know. I think I was just in distress after that moment. So a lot of things just kind of left my mind, and I was kind of just like, frick, just thinking of season 2 at that point. But it doesn't look like it's going well, because she still has doubt that... she sat in the chair and said, it's a shame that you're probably not going to like the type of person I am now, because those last words of Silco rang with her, because he said, you're perfect as you are.
Perfect as you are.
Reinforcing that she
don't
is
need to be
great as she is. Yeah. Where Vi's kind of like, you're not that. So it looks like there's still going to be that character flaw with her going into the next season.
Yeah. And on top of that, she now has just made herself public enemy numero uno. She went and took a shark rocket launcher.
Really cool.
Adam's worst nightmare.
I've seen that.
My worst nightmare.
I've seen that art before too. So it's crazy that this is what it ended up being, which is crazy.
And she took out the council. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to survive that.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like they'll do a little little crap move where Jace, Mel, and Victor still make it out.
Well, it looked like Mel had some spidey senses.
It did.
Her back gold pieces lit up, and she looked back.
Maybe it's like some secret tech from her family that's like a shield or something.
Yeah.
Or it's hex tech that we don't know that she kept for herself.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like they can't kill Mel, Jace, and Victor. I really do. Like, I feel like they carried a lot of the plot of the show.
Probably kill Victor.
Well,
I'm not trying to... I don't want him to. I'm just saying they probably could, because that could... he could see his hand and be like, wait, what?
That's what I was going to say. Well, I mean, what if now his hand has something...
to stop it.
Or his leg. Or why do that to him now and then kill him off?
Out of desperation, Jace puts more of that stuff into him and really makes him a Jekyll and Hyde, like really makes him that purple beast out of like a desperate attempt to keep his buddy alive. Because
Victor, yeah.
like
after the fact.
Yeah, like after an explosion, like maybe he is hit. Because I could see Mel protecting Jace because she loves him or might like him. But Victor, she has no ties with. So there might be like he gets hit, they have to recover him, and then makes him maybe just like a plot device. Maybe he becomes no longer Victor as we start the second season.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I just want Victor to get better.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. I feel so sorry for him.
I think he's one of those characters kind of destined to never be able to make it out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Man, we were sus of him.
We were.
I
mean, he was in some sussy activity.
He was.
Well, I'll say you and me for sure were trying to suss him out.
I was going to say, that's a y'all thing.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not hopeful that they will survive. I can't imagine. You're right. I mean, I can't imagine for the show purposes that they'll kill them all off, but I don't know. Just how are they going to write that they survived this rocket launcher through the window?
Yeah.
It's going to have Jinx's graffiti all over something somewhere. They just decided to give them their independence, and then they go and do this bullshit.
Unless it's a troll, she shoots it. It's not an actual rocket launcher. It's like it does like a fucking confetti thing, and it's like it drops a letter and it says "fuck y'all, we don't want peace." You know what I mean? Like no peace for us, or you can't have Jinx or something like that.
I love the visuals though when like she was shooting the rocket. Like
I thought she had launched a laser, but it was just still powering up. The blue thing.
You would have thought it would blow her shoulder off.
Yeah,
because it was the same type of. I mean, it was the same exact device as the monkey bombs. But remember when the monkey bomb like hits the girl with the robot arm, and we thought she got eviscerated like her side. Same type of style. Another 2D shot.
Well, it's just like Jace's hammer. It eviscerated people.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's a really cool effect.
It was also charged up by
the blue
crystal.
ball. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. She took it and used it.
It's a really cool effect in the show.
And we couldn't decide. We couldn't tell if she was aiming at the moon or the city.
I was like, is she trying to throw the Earth like off its axis by destroying the moon? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then they really did tease us with that because it literally looked like it was going at the moon, and the tower was not in sight. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm an idiot for that shot. They really made it look like it was going for the tower.
Then moon. Then it back to.
Oh, by the way, it's actually over at the tower.
Yeah, that was the only part that was stupid because when she's walking out like the end of like the pier or like whatever that was. She's like staying there, and it's like you can see the cities over here, and then the moon's over here, and then she shoots straight, and it goes that way, but then the moon is in the
Yeah,
it was funny.
It was very confusing.
Still awesome though.
I won't think you're dumb for thinking that because I was with you. I was like, what?
It's like, what are we watching? I really thought that we were like, she's going for like nuclear like devastation. Like, if I can't be happy, the world is dying tonight.
What is that called? Is that eco-terrorism?
Taiwan,
Godzilla.
The same effect, yes, but not the same intention. Taiwan, always brought up, even in Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that would be the same result, but her goal would not be to help the Earth. It would be to pretty much ruin it. But
I was gonna make a joke of like, since this is down below, she blows up the moon, the water rises. Now this is the upper city. That's the lower city.
It's all subterranean species. Go watch Godzilla. Question though. So the council voted in favor of dealing with Silco?
Mel was the first one she takes off her ring, and I think I agree with Jace.
Yeah, and then everybody
follows her.
Because Jace's face, he turns and looks, and he's like, oh, he's like, yes, we did it.
Yeah.
And
so what is going to happen? We have the upper group. Well, we have the upper group willing to join the lower. Most of those folks are all probably dead, and now Silco and Golden Jaw are no longer here to fill the void. We have One Arm. We have the Crow Lady. And honestly, they're not gonna be the main villains. So
we're definitely gonna get introduced to
a new character, probably, or Jinx.
Unless Jinx can manage to like.
She's just too.
Yeah, but
I don't think anybody's gonna follow Jinx.
No.
I know. Well, the only
after this.
Well, the only thing is she's super strong. So like my thing, I know that doesn't always mean everything. Like, but she's physically strong. So it's like, well, if you're not gonna follow me, beat me. Nobody's gonna beat her. You know what I mean? Like, she has her gun, she has her tech, she has her grenades,
super speed.
She has her super speed. Like, the only person I feel like that would be able to kill her is the one-armed lady, and Vi just beat the shit out of her.
And they don't even like each other. Like, I feel like episode 1 of season 2, that lady's dead. Dead or gonna be joining up with Vi, ironically, because I mean Jinx hates the one. I mean, every episode it's like she's a problem. She's a problem. And
now, sorry,
no,
not to cut you off. Vi has no allegiance to the upper world.
Mm-hmm.
What if Vi takes over?
She could, Vander style, but
yeah,
almost out of a defense because a lot of bad guys are dealt with. And a lot of the operations were coming to a close, but now the blame is on the lower district. So it could be that the lower district is somebody we side with, but Vi has to lead it out of protection, just like Hufflepuff, Yoda, and Echo.
Puff Yoda.
Whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
no. So I mean, like that.
She's got some allegiance.
Hiffendorfer.
That could be the case. So I don't know. But yeah, man. Really, 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 really good show.
So is that Kate's mom up there?
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
dead.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, everybody. Like I said, everybody's up there is probably dead except our 3 mains.
Because now we're gonna get a drift between Kate and Vi. I feel like.
Probably. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm
Kate
curious
just
if-
complicates things.
I'm very curious what Jinx is gonna do now. If she and Vi are gonna go on the run.
No. Jinx is just gonna go around killing shit. There's no way. I feel like Vi's gonna have to step up and be like the leader, because no one's gonna want to follow anyone else.
Yep.
And Jinx is not gonna stick around to do that. 'Cause she's gonna go break off and do her own thing. She's gonna be her own like evil vigilante. Go take out the upper world, you know.
Yeah. We just need to take out Jinx. She's causing us so much problem.
Yeah. True.
So.
Great show.
It was a great show.
Solid.
Since just how we always do things, now that the show's complete its first season, let's run through top 3 characters now, and then one favorite episode because there's only 9.
Yeah.
Let's do one favorite episode. Okay, so favorite episode for me is probably number 7, The Boy Savior. That was the Echo concentrated episode. I just really loved the build up to what ended up being the bridge fight and kind of a lot of the destruction of the peace.
Yeah.
And really the first episode to launch what I thought was the better half of the season at the end, the last quarter.
The last third.
The last third.
Yeah.
And I just like the music. I like the art style that they added specifically for the Owl group. But they're contenders for easily the last 2 as well.
Yeah. Why are you counting? There's one episode you have to
No, well, I'm thinking about the characters. My favorite episode is Oil and Water, episode 8. I love that whole assault of the factory at the end.
Yeah.
That was lit.
Yeah. I think I'll pick the finale. To add a difference, to add a third opinion in this. Although part of me, just off that song alone, wants to pick The Boy Savior.
Do the finale, just so there's love all around.
No, I know. That song and / Echo is like the thing for me that makes it really good. But no,
You and me can do an interchange, meaning we both love those 2 episodes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The monster you created definitely is my favorite.
Okay.
Quotables, the style, and also it just makes me so ready for season 2. I just want it tomorrow.
I think the harder question by the end of this is who are the top 3 favorite characters?
Oh, it's easily the hardest part of this.
Okay.
Why does it have to be 3?
It has to be 3 out.
If there isn't that many characters, we can't do like 10.
Every
I could do 5.
You gotta do 3. Outvoted.
Gotta
Majority
make the
rule. We gotta do
pick.
3. You gotta do the 3 that were the most impactful for you, you loved the most, and overall experience you enjoyed. Okay. I got mine.
I have mine.
It just hit with me.
Okay.
Okay, so number 3 is Jinx. Surprisingly so. Just because she's launched herself as basically being like the tool that steers where the show goes most of the time. Even though I don't really like the type of character she is, because she kind of drives me insane, I do enjoy what she brings to the show and what she does to freaking everything. Number 2 is Victor, just because mostly out of intrigue, because he's drawn me in for the mystery aspect of the show. Mystery always is a big seller for me when it comes to TV. So I've been most involved in wanting to know his story, even though it didn't really make it super far in what we ended up learning by the end of season 1. I just, like, my mind always gravitates towards him. And then number 1 is just the obvious Silco for me. I have to put him up there just because every time I even think of this list, each episode we do these, he's just like the obvious runner-up in my mind. And it's just hard because there's a lot of cool characters, but it's like it would be unfair for me to not put him in when I think of him too much. So
yeah.
Number 1 for me is Jace. I like that it's a young guy who's changed the civilization in a major way, pushing out the old ways too, in with the new. Number 2 is Jinx. Man, I love my psycho bitches. She is nuts and she's awesome. I love how crazy she is and how she's like driving the story, like you said.
She does drive.
That's not even in a straight path. It's going all over the place, and I love it.
Zigzags.
And then number 3 would be, it's Victor. Just I went from being sus of him to seeing how he just wants to make the world a better place, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He's a genuine.
I'm worried what's happening to him now.
He's a genuine soul.
Yeah. He's like Tanjiro.
Not as good as Tanjiro. Tanjiro's a sweetheart.
Yeah, no, that kid is too good for humanity and demanity, if that's a word. Silco is probably the best character in this whole show, like, to me, hands down. It's just like
in my top 5.
Huh?
He's like number 4.
Can't exist.
Yeah, can't exist.
You didn't hear them.
You already made the choice. No, Silco's like just to me is just the best character in the show because like to me, all of the characters really in the show are super complex. They're not very. It's not very easy to just pin down like what they're thinking and their emotions and what they do. I mean, from being like a revolutionary, criminal drug lord to like also being like a caring father, you know what I mean? And also like a brother who was betrayed, at the end of the day, like it wasn't like him and Vander were on the same side doing the same thing. Vander just stepped down because he saw that there was too much blood. You know what I mean? Too many people were getting caught up in the crossfire of like their war, and he decided to bow out. And Silco was like, "Dude, we've already like I feel like it was I feel like Silco it wasn't like exactly staying this way, but my interpretation was always like, so we're gonna let all the blood that was spilled and just kind of like detonate. You know what I mean? Like it's in vain at that point. Where I feel like Silco like kept pushing for that no matter what,
which is ironic because that's also the same conclusion that Vi has come to.
Yeah. True.
I would go as far to say Silco wasn't a villain, he was an anti-hero.
He's definitely a villain because he murdered fucking people.
He's still done,
I think.
Yeah, he's still done a lot of bad stuff.
I think that...
but you can see where he's come from or why he has come to the decisions he's come to.
Yeah, I mean, he in a sense is trying to do something heroic by liberating the Zon, by liberating the Under, but like... everything he's done is pretty nasty. I mean, addicting the whole population to drugs, there's nothing heroic about that. No, there's no way you can even spin that to be like, oh, this is a heroic plan. But, he's trying to do something, in a sense, for the better of their people that haven't really had a seat at the table which is what he was fighting for, and he finally got it. And even it's funny to like even his whole life's mission for the girl that he stumbled upon, he couldn't give her up for that, which is crazy because he just happened to stumble upon this kid because she didn't die in the nonsense with Vander.
Yeah.
So,
it's wild to think about it like that. Like, he actually got to, like, be heard out in the final episode, which is what he wanted the entire time, and then butchered it at the end.
His whole life's mission was completed, but he couldn't do it because it required giving her up. Yeah, but
that's good.
That was my first favorite character. My second, excuse me, I really liked Vander. I know he was very short-lived because he died after the third episode. But on the flip side of all the reasons why Silco is cool, Vander did everything he could to sacrifice and make adjustments to give a better life for everybody without being like a maniacal maniac.
Yeah.
And also like a good father and a driving force. And did even to the end of like, he could have given up and just died, but he turned himself into a monster to save the kids one last time, even though it ended up being in vain because of, Powder's brash decision making. So, and then number 3, I don't know, it's kind of hard because I kind of feel like at this level, everyone's kind of like on equal playing field for me.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'll give it to Vi for me just because she was... I honestly, design and everything animation-wise for her was, like, perfect for me. Like, the fighting, the way she looked, the animation, the character, who she is, was fun. And I also like her struggle of, like, trying to reconcile and, like you said, because she's kind of on Silco's wavelength of like, my people have been screwed over too. You know what I mean? Like fuck all of you at the council. Screw all you guys that have been up there and have been like sitting back while my people have suffered. Plus, she is trying to do everything to save her friend. Plus, she now has this like relationship entanglement that's like throwing a loop for everything. And she's not being like a shitty person and just throwing either side. She's trying to make it work with both.
This is gonna be wild too, because of her speech with Vander. Like, because he actively encouraged her that violence will not be the thing that gets them what they want, but that is what is shaping
how
up.
She lived out.
Yeah, and that's what is shaping up to be like the only route that's visible at this point because the tensions are so bloody high. It's like, I don't know how we're gonna ease back down and try to get back on a negotiating playing field.
Yeah.
So this will be a fun duo obstacle for her to have to like navigate through, and I wonder how that's gonna be a fun thing to see in season 2 for sure.
Yeah. No, I said it 100 times. The show is really fucking good.
It is. It's really
good. Super surprising. I just like really didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
Yeah. This has been a fun reaction series. I'm a little upset that we only get 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get spoiled where AOT's just as good, but we get like 22 in a row or something.
Yeah.
So, man, like I said, I prefer this type of animation style so much. So, I really want to see this kind of formatted in other things, whether it be like stories that can be told that are too hard to do in live action. I always say that if you can get a show, you're like this is like so much potential here to do shows that are so exaggerated that are too hard budget wise for live action. Like, you can only get Infinity War so often if you have a budget, because your mind can...
It took literally the biggest entertainment company on the face of the planet to produce that.
To produce this kind of stories, but when you grow up like with comic books or anime, things that are like out of this world, 2D can take you to a strong level, and all the anime I've seen has been very compelling to get those type of stories out there. But if you can make it even 3D, where it's even closer to replicating
real life, I'm so down for it. And not a lot of shows that really can look this good that I've seen that imitate this. So yeah,
More of it.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Favorite moment?
Ooh. Probably something Silco. I would have to watch the show. I know it's a Silco thing. I'm not going to try to figure out right now, but most of the Silco moments were like standouts, so it has to be something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I could really pick like one moment.
What about you?
The bridge between Echo and Jinx.
That was one that came to my mind when I was
thinking. That was actually the first thing that came to my mind when I was going back and thinking about it.
It's just the hype moment. It's a drastic difference from everything other than Jinx's psychotic mind. Because the art style came out of nowhere.
So grand too. Like that whole moment was like.
It was definitely a standout.
Yeah.
It reminded me of one of the greatest anime fights I've ever seen.
Something in Naruto.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait and see. So, are you guys good?
Unfortunately.
Any last thoughts before we wait maybe 2 or 3 years to come back to
Crank
the show?
this fucking season 2 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how we speed this process up, if it means all of the Working Title subscribers and fans tweet at Netflix and League of Legends and Riot Games every day, but hey man, if y'all can do it, I'm sure you already have been, but get on it. That's what I'll say.
Alright, y'all. I have nothing else to say other than we'll see you in season 2. So guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. Once again, thank you for encouraging us to come out and watch this show. It has been a blast of a season. If you want to be there for season 2, you already know the WTR boys are going to be there, so make sure you tune in. Also check out the Patreon. We're going to be running through a bunch of other fun shows in the time in between that, so make sure you do that support so we can stay as a YouTube channel, and we will see you in season 2. Punch it! Bye!